Okay, okay, yes, sirree, yes. I was using Inventor 3 Elgin lathe, which you gave me some years ago, which I got running after I got out of the hospital in December, January. Anyway, okay, so I'm making these parts to drive these synchro transmitters. And here is some pieces I made today. Should be two of them. There is two of them. These wheels are hand wheels, that is, are off of HMCS Columbia. I didn't make those. Columbia was used in the X-Files TV show, Dodcom and Endgame. These were in the sonar room. Nice hand wheels. I got them all. So I made some shafts that fit nicely and some collars which will bolt onto this aluminum plate right here, nice and tight. There we go. Very smooth to drive the synchros. Of course, you got to drill holes and mount these bushings here onto the plate. 1 and 2. And these go on the back part as bearings to stabilize them as solid pieces. Then I drilled some holes to fit onto the shafts of the synchro transmitters. And everything worked out just perfect. The Elgin is really nice to use. A small lathe that's very heavy and well made. Very accurate. So these are quite accurate, by the way. Hand fitted by yours truly, me. Oh, wow. So this will be on the bottom part. 1 and 2 drivers with the synchros. Then yesterday I finished up the front panel, which goes up here. Okay. Those are rack-mounted holes, so copied everything perfect, I hope. Yes, I did. That's this control panel piece here. This plate goes here. And we have some indicators which are powered by the synchros. And, oh yeah, switch gear. Got some switch gear to go yet. Right there. I'll do that tomorrow when I finish up and I drill the holes for the 19-inch rack unit. As you can see on this 316 aluminum plate. Good size to work with too. And a clock off the computer off of HMCS Yukon computer firing system. Some aircraft gauges, of course, because they got synchros in them. And let's see right here. Okay. Sonar search bearing. So that's off of one of the X-Files pieces, or Columbia. All that bolts on here, and I clean it up, make it look really professional, and then use it for my control bias. A certain vacuum tube in a transmitter I have. That I built as well. It's actual dual triode heavy coil arrangements and capacitors. I built it and put it in a box, which is over there. You can see it. I can't see it. They're not going to move, I don't think. No, it doesn't matter. That's pretty big. I'm having fun with weird energy, let's just say that, okay? You can see this is not bolted in there. Those are rack holes. I guess he's coming to dinner here. The boss! The little mini Aussie. EVO. So EVO, I was just discussing with the... Oh, audience on how to build your own equipment. If you're so inclined to. These are perfect. I got a bunch of these wheels. There's a whole sonar room. How many units did I take out of there? 4? Yeah. All had these cool hand wheels on it. On the units themselves, so. It's gotta be funny, VO. Even put up a fence around the high voltage area. That we're dealing with lots of amperes and high voltage that accumulates over time. Series and parallel. Big fat capacitors like that one over there. That one I put aside because I'm doing experimental fun stuff. Let's just call it. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an inventor. I'm not trying to prove anything. Right? Right. I like my plasma arcs and carbon arc lights. You know that big mirror is. Parabolic mirror. Pretty darn bright, and EVO doesn't like it, and I wouldn't want anybody in here when I'm using this stuff. It'll blind you. RF gives off a beautiful, lots of heavy RF gives off a beautiful carbon arc spark system. Very bright, and it burn your face off if you're not careful. I had that happen once or twice. Years ago. Then we got the other piece over here. Then I'm redesigning that whole thing right there. I'll be clamping magnets. And I'm going to make my nuclear reactor. That is not too hard. Lathe work, milling work, no problem. After all, I made it a long time ago on my Warner and Swayze turret lathe, flat belt driven. And I managed to use a 3rd horsepower motor to run it, and I made a lot of stuff. I wonder what assholes stole the stuff I had. There's Alexander Shereshevsky and the other character that he doesn't want to give up anything. Randy, whoever the hell Randy is, another asshole somewhere. A lot of assholes around, so I'll get to them someday. Holding a grudge, are we, John? No, just don't like people like those kind of people. Alec is okay, but could have got more forceful, and he was my business partner. He's okay. We get along fine. He gave me that scope down there. Nicollet. Years ago. Used that in the Gulf of Mexico. So it's taken a while to rebuild everything. What was somebody asking me a question? Metal samples. Yeah, I think I might have a couple. Did give out, already a couple have sold a while ago now, and somebody else, I gave them a gift again. That's what I did do. Most samples is gifted to everybody. But I believe I have some chunks of metal somewhere laying around. If you're serious in wanting it, let me know. I'll put time in searching for it. I had one that somebody wanted and I couldn't find it, so then later on it just showed up when I was cleaning up. It's under a table, for Pete's sake, but so anyway, I'll wait for your reply. If you, I don't want to do any more international stuff. I don't make any earth money on it, that much. Because shipping is such an awful price. Everybody wants everything for less and less these days, but oh well. So do I guess. I'm guilty too. Very darn guilty. But anyway. So, what color should I paint the aluminium plate? Or should I just leave it? I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably be, I could finish this up pretty quick now. Got most of the drilling and all that out of the way and machining. But I'm taking my time. It's nice and sunny. I'm not in a rush. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's a song. I love the song. I like songs from the 80s. Well, these turned out pretty good. A special type of attachment. Nothing like a very good indexing head. I got ones that are small, ones that are big. Index and drill. Index and mill and drill. Oh, wow. Oh, like so. But anyway, this may appear strange to most people, I would think. But it's a lot of fun in using the Elgin lathe and makes this stuff. I love machining things and making my own. Still hankering for a scrapyard visit. Metal and strange things that wind up in a scrapyard, which I use. Oh, well. Wow. Actually, this table is pretty good. For I've got 2 layers of table here. What is this stuff called? It's a plastic used to butcher blocks and stuff like that. But for drilling and sheet aluminum, like using a hole saw and all that, it's really cool. It holds it steady. And actually, when you get through with this acts like a bearing, sorta, and get beautiful holes, quick and fast. So I've used it a few times for putting a piece of aluminum down and making holes in it, like big holes, 1 inch up to 3-inch holes, and doesn't wobble all over the place. I pulls it right down to the table next to me. Do my stuff with it. Well, okay, so I'll finish it maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Not much to do now. Just screw and drill and bolt. The easy part is wiring. Run the wires from the synchro transmitters to the different pieces of synchro receivers. Okay, so every day I like doing something. So fair radio sales closing down. End of an era. They were, were formed in 1947. And can you imagine the amount of circulars they had? Old stuff. Wow. Now closing down. Huh. But there's stuff everywhere. It takes a while to find it. You gotta dig and search and dig and search. So I got a good seller a couple 100 miles away. Free delivery and low prices. I had a couple of shipments from him already. Oh well. And then I got one back east. He's got some good stuff from him, but haven't seen much lately. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Keep positive, right, EVO? Right. Okay, Mr. EVO. Hi, EVO. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want to go for a ride to the scrapyard? Do you want to see Heather? Piper? Your girlfriend Piper? Another little mini Aussie. Okay, so off I go.